Here are some modifications I did to our Morso Squirrel stove. The primary air came welded shut by the factory, so to make it operational I welded a nut onto the inside with a threaded bolt through it, which allows the primary air to operate properly. And you can put wood in here, light the fire, close the door immediately, and the fire starts very easily. Having the door open while the fire's burning just seemed like a stupid idea to me, so what I did was this gets around it. You can start a fire with the door closed and it starts right up. Next thing I did is this plate on the top here came bolted on and with a fiberglass gasket around it, which made it sit above the level of the stove. So what I did was I took the gasket material off and I filed all around the edges here till it makes a nice seal without the gasket. And it allows this to fit flush with the top, so when you put a pot on the top of the stove, the pot no longer rocks. I also drilled the collar and put a pin in here, and this pin holds the cast iron pipe onto the stove, and in case somebody bumps into it when it's cold, it can't get knocked out accidentally, because there is 20 feet of pipe going straight up to the ceiling, and the only thing that holds it in place is that pin. Then the next thing I did was I ordered some coal liners from Morso. They're cast iron and they fit on each side, and what they do is they keep the ashes go to the center, which makes it really easy to clean out, and they also protect the fire brick from the wood knocking against them. And what else I discovered is that you can store the poker underneath the stove. There's a little piece of sheet metal underneath the stove. I think it's probably like for convection or like a heat shield. But if you slide the poker in sideways, then it gets to a certain point where then it'll hang down straight, and then you can keep it underneath the stove, and you don't need any external racks or anything to hold it. It just comes out very easily, and to put it back, you just slide it in, and it's out of sight. So these are the things I did to our stove to make it a lot more user-friendly.